Sam Darnold is about to outplay Drake Maye in the Super Bowl. The experts are calling it, the insiders are predicting it, and the football world is about to witness the biggest upset of the decade.
Sam Darnold, there is no question at the end of this football game that not only Sam Darnold's a really good quarterback, but that he outplayed Drake Maye in the Super Bowl. I think he hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. I think he's been fantastic all season long.
I respect Sam Darnold. I know Sam Darnold is good enough to win with. I know Sam Darnold going to show up every day and give you the best.
Matt Stafford understands the why on every play. Drake Maye is 23. He's still trying to figure out the what.
I don't think he's going to throw for 200 yards in this game. And I think they're going to have real problems, like I said, with the defensive line. But more than that, he hasn't played very well. If you're an MVP, 56% completion percentage is not good enough. And so I think he's going to struggle in this game. I'm going under 200 yards.
48 hours until kickoff. That's all that stands between us and Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. Patriots versus Seahawks. Drake Maye versus Sam Darnold, the second-place MVP getter against the journeyman who finally found his groove. Drake Maye, 23 years old, an MVP runner-up, the savior of New England, the golden child who carried a mediocre Patriots team to the Super Bowl on his back, is going against Sam Darnold, the bust, the guy nobody believed in 18 months ago. And if you believe what's coming out of the media circuit right now, we're about to witness something nobody saw coming 6 months ago. Sam Darnold is going to outplay Drake Maye on football's biggest stage.
I think Sam Darnold, there is no question at the end of this football game that not only Sam Darnold's a really good quarterback, but that he outplayed Drake Maye.
Kyle Long isn't just throwing darts here. He's watching what everyone else is watching. Sam Darnold went 28-4 over the last 2 regular seasons, 28-6 if you include this year. He torched the 49ers 41-6 in the NFC Championship, 346 yards and 3 touchdowns. He outdueled the league MVP Matthew Stafford in that game. Darnold didn't just show up, he dominated.
I think this is going to be a beatdown. I think Seattle's defense is going to dominate, and I think they're going to have problems moving the football. And in the end, a defensive player will be the MVP, and the Seattle Seahawks defense will be what we're talking about after the game.
A beatdown. Prisco is calling a blowout in the Super Bowl against the MVP runner-up, against the Patriots. Now, before we get into why everyone believes this is about to happen, let's talk about what nobody wants to acknowledge. Drake Maye has been mediocre in the playoffs. Not good, not great, mediocre. Drake had a 56% completion percentage in the playoffs for an MVP candidate. That's not championship football. That's barely competent football. And it gets worse. The Patriots' offensive line has been a disaster. They've given up 5 sacks in every single playoff game, 15 sacks total. And now they're facing a Seattle defense that's been calling themselves the dark side all week.
I think Seattle's going to have 6 sacks in this game. I think they're going to be dominant on the defensive line. 6 might actually be low.
6 sacks, maybe more. And Drake Maye, who's already dealing with a shoulder issue from getting pile-driven into the frozen turf in Mile High Stadium 2 weeks ago, is supposed to overcome that with an offensive line that can't protect him against the defense that smells blood?
I mean, I watched him in Denver get pile-drived, on the blizzard floor there at Mile High Stadium, and that's a shoulder issue, and we haven't seen him since then.
So let me get this straight. Drake Maye is banged up, completing 56% of his passes, getting sacked 5 times a game, and now he's going against the best defense left in the playoffs. Yeah, good luck with that. Now let's flip to Sam Darnold, the guy everyone wrote off, the guy who was a punchline, and let's look at what he's actually done this season. Stephen A. Smith broke it down perfectly.
This year he comes out, plays lights out. They blow out San Francisco 41-6. NFC Championship game, he throws 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, outduels the league MVP, Matthew Stafford.
28-4, 41-6 in the NFC Championship, 346 yards and 3 touchdowns against the best defense in the NFC. He outplayed Matthew Stafford, the actual MVP. But here's the question everyone's asking. Is Sam Darnold elite?
Hell no. What you mean, elite? Elite is reserved for the dude that just walked out of here. That's elite.
Elite is Mahomes. Elite is Josh Allen. Elite is Lamar Jackson. Sam Darnold isn't elite. He never will be. But here's the beautiful thing about football. You don't need to be elite to win the Super Bowl. Ryan Clark made the perfect comparison.
Sam Darnold is nowhere near the elite conversation, but you don't have to be elite to be good enough for the team and the organization that you play for to win Super Bowls. Eli Manning was never an elite quarterback. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls because he was in a great situation. He had the right support system. He had an excellent head coach. He had a top-tier defense. That's exactly what's happening for Sam Darnold.
Eli Manning, 2 Super Bowl rings, beat Tom Brady twice, never elite, but he won when it mattered. And that's exactly where Sam Darnold is right now. Great situation, great defense, great coaching, and a quarterback who's playing the best football of his life at exactly the right time. But there's more to this story. Ryan Clark pointed out something that the entire NFL needs to hear.
I think what Sam Darnold has reminded everybody in the NFL is maybe we need to get back to sitting our players and developing them the right way rather than drafting a player early and expecting him to play early. That's not realistic. That's not what certain players need for them to get the best output of their skill set.
That's the real lesson here. Sam Darnold failed in New York because they threw him to the wolves on day one. Bad coaching, bad weapons, bad offensive line. He never had a chance. But he sat in San Francisco, learned from Kyle Shanahan, studied behind Brock Purdy, developed his game. And now he's ready. Meanwhile, Drake Maye is 23 years old, trying to figure it out on the fly in the Super Bowl. Colin Cowherd nailed the difference between young quarterbacks and veteran quarterbacks when talking about the MVP race.
There is a reason in this country you cannot be president until you're 35. Matt Stafford understands the why on every play. Drake Maye is 23. He's still trying to figure out the what.
Sam Darnold isn't a Jedi Master yet, but he understands the game now. He knows how to protect the football. He knows how to make the right reads. He knows how to not lose the game for his team. Drake Maye is still learning, still trying to do too much, still taking unnecessary sacks and forcing throws into coverage. And that difference is going to show up on Sunday. Now, the Patriots do have some weapons. Kyle Long thinks M. Holland could step up.
Just because he goes on this run, we can't forget that he led the league in turnovers with 20. That's not elite level play.
But 3 catches for 63 yards isn't going to cut it when your quarterback can't complete 60% of his passes and your offensive line is getting destroyed. Meanwhile, Seattle has weapons everywhere. Pete Prisco made a bold prediction about Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed has 100+ receiving yards and 1 touchdown. And the reason I say that is I think they're going to make Smith and Jigma priority number 1. And when you do that, you give up some big plays down the field in the passing game. And I think Shaheed's speed could be a problem for the New England defense.
When you have to double team multiple receivers, someone's getting open. And Shaheed has the speed to burn you deep. But let's address the elephant in the room. Ryan Clark brought up a fair criticism of Darnold.
You know who had 2 phenomenal Super Bowls that nobody ever says is elite? Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts didn't just have a phenomenal Super Bowl and play well against a team. He had a phenomenal Super Bowl, outplayed the best player in the world, and we were still having conversations in the offseason if he was even top 10.
Yeah.
He's been an All-Pro. He was a second-team All-Pro. He was a Super Bowl MVP, and still nobody has that conversation. We don't have to talk about a player being elite to respect him.
20 turnovers. That's a lot. But here's the thing. Those turnovers came during the regular season when Seattle was figuring things out. In the playoffs, Darnold has been clean, smart, efficient. And Ryan Clark also made another brilliant point about expectations.
I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. I think they've been more consistent.
Seattle.
2014!
Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and people still don't think he's elite. So why are we expecting Sam Darnold to be elite to win this game? He doesn't need to be elite. He just needs to be better than Drake Maye. And right now, he is. The prediction from Santa Clara is unanimous. Marcus went to the Seahawks. Ryan Clark went to the Seahawks. Cam Newton went to the Seahawks. Even the guy who loves Drake Maye went to the Seahawks. The only dissenting voice? One analyst who took the Patriots, and even he seemed unsure. This is Super Bowl 60. This is the moment everyone said Sam Darnold would never reach. The moment everyone said he didn't deserve. Darnold has a top-tier defense. He has an excellent head coach in Mike Macdonald, one of the brightest defensive minds in the league, who turned the Seahawks into a juggernaut. He has playmakers all over the field. He has a system that plays to his strengths, and he's not flinching. He's 28-4 over 2 seasons. He just obliterated the 49ers in the NFC Championship. He's playing possessed, confident football. Meanwhile, Drake Maye is 23 years old, dealing with a banged-up shoulder and facing a defense that's gonna tee off on him all night long. His offensive line can't block, his completion percentage is underwater, and the pressure, both physical and mental, is mounting. The experts see it. Pete Prisco see it. Kyle Long see it. Even the guys who love Drake Maye, who believe in his talent, can't deny the reality staring them in the face. This is setting up to be Sam Darnold's moment. Now, does that mean Darnold is suddenly a Hall of Famer? Does it mean he's leapfrogging Patrick Mahomes in the all-time rankings? Of course not, but it means something. It means he's a winner. It means he's a Super Bowl champion. It means he's the guy who outplayed the MVP runner-up when it mattered most. And let's not forget what that does to the narrative. If Sam Darnold hoists the Lombardi Trophy on Sunday night, if he's named Super Bowl MVP, the entire NFL has to reconsider how it develops quarterbacks. Maybe we need to stop throwing rookies into the fire on day one. Maybe we need to let them sit, learn, develop, absorb, the way Darnold did in San Francisco behind Brock Purdy, the way Jordan Love did in Green Bay behind Aaron Rodgers, the way Patrick Mahomes did in Kansas City behind Alex Smith. Patience, development, teaching, that's the lesson here, and it's a lesson the league desperately needs to learn. But back to the game, because that's what this is really about. 2 quarterbacks, 2 teams, 1 trophy, 1 legacy-defining moment. The Seahawks are favored for a reason. Their defense is suffocating. Their offense is clicking on all cylinders, and their quarterback is playing the best football of his life at the exact right moment. The Patriots, meanwhile, are limping into Santa Clara with a banged-up quarterback, a porous offensive line, and a whole lot of hope. Hope doesn't win Super Bowls. Execution does. Preparation does. Having the better team does. And right now, the Seahawks are executing at a level the Patriots simply can't match. Prisco called it a beatdown. Kyle Long went with 24-17 Seattle. Both guys believe Seattle's defense is going to dominate. Both guys believe Sam Darnold is going to outplay Drake Maye. Both guys believe we're about to witness the coronation of a quarterback nobody believed in 6 months ago. And you know what? They're probably right, because this isn't about pure talent. It's not about who has the higher ceiling or the better highlight reel. It's about the moment. It's about who can handle the pressure, who can make the plays when it counts, who can rise to the occasion when everything is on the line. Sam Darnold has been rising all season. Drake Maye has been falling. The trajectory is clear. The outcome feels inevitable. And on Sunday night in Santa Clara, that gap is going to be the difference between hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and going home empty-handed. The Seahawks are going to win Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold is going to be the hero. And Drake Maye, for all his talent and all his promise and all his potential, is going to learn a hard lesson about what it takes to win at this level. Welcome to the big stage, kid. Sam Darnold's been waiting for you, and he's about to show the world exactly what a fully developed, battle-tested, mentally tough quarterback looks like when the lights are brightest. This is Super Bowl 60, and history is about to be made.